Oh, hold on. Let me get Erickson in here. Ask to unmute.
We just do the first half with Erickson muted.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here and drink. Hi, guys.
This is not break time.
Oh, dude. God damn, that's good.
I thought you were just gonna go into a man, I'm tired.
I fucking dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't anybody
I can tell you that I'm starting to think that maybe I took this job to justify my alcoholism.
Wow.
You know, because the first beer after you get home from work and you get out of the shower and you're cleaned up and everything's done, you pop a beer. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, and then you drink a couple beers and you're like, well, I deserve this. I worked. It can't be alcoholism if you work for it.
Erickson, I'll do you one better. That first pull from the first beer, nothing beats.
Just what this is.
Yeah, it's like that first one, and then there's a beer called African Amber. I think they make it in Seattle. And I remember my brother and I would when we were working on a haunted house in Seattle, we would go late in the day, 12, 14 hours working. And it was that first pull off the African Amber. That was just the best, man, the best. So yeah, you deserve it, and you've earned it.
Do you do
Thank
shower
you.
beers yet? When you
I
come home
have
from
not.
work?
I don't have shower beers. I could.
Yeah, you might as well.
I could, but I generally just shower in the shower. You know what I mean? Like I just get in there, I wash my hair, I scrub my face, I wash my body, I get the fuck out. It's
a good place to cry too, because nobody can really tell.
Or just to stand there and know that no one's gonna
What?
say, "Hey, Chaille, let's do a podcast," or "Hey, phones for you." I mean, you're basically on an island, so that's a time to just not even shower, just not do anything.
Yeah.
Just stand there like you are in the rain.
I don't even jack off in the shower anymore.
That's work.
Yeah.
That's
Talking
what I'm
about
saying.
nothing, Erickson.
That's
Nothing.
what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah.
I'm not trying to waste water.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, there's no reason to waste water like that.
Yeah.
You need like maybe your company could come up with some sort of a suck the tension out of you device. You know, I'm not talking
They're
about
working
having
on a robot.
That's
Yeah,
called a
but
blow job, Andy.
right now they're in the early phases where they're just offering non-disclosures to people who might sue, but maybe they can just get a little suck me off robot like a Roomba that just comes around and offers up to let you put your dick in it,
Like a fleshlight.
like a fleshlight on a Roomba.
Andy, you don't think our best and brightest have been working on this forever?
Oh, they got.
I mean,
That's the thing,
the
though.
internet was just a byproduct of someone trying to figure out a suck robot that will work, autonomously.
Yeah, well, they probably had like the poor people fuck the inflatable dolls and try to make that work, whereas the rich guys, they got a couple of roomfuls of dolls made of, I don't even know what they make them out of, but it's futuristic. Yeah, futuristic pussy is going to be just in a chair there, froze up in whatever position you want her in. I mean, for the rich people, the poor people will still be married and going, what can I do to make this just to get you to calm down or whatever?
Well, they already make the devices you hook up to ejaculate farm animals. So I mean, it's really can't be.
What?
Like
Yeah,
if you want to get some,
yeah,
horse
it's there.
semen or
You're talking about like an animal husbandry device?
Yeah, but you're
I
not gonna,
guess so.
you think you can put your dick in one of those belongs to a horse stick and it's gonna
Well,
work?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
How many
You
many
have to
more?
go to Ace
But
and
I'm
get some
saying that
bushings.
the
You got it. I
technology-
think you're onto something here. I think we got another business of the future, because I think right now the right wing, I'm not saying I'm for or against them, but the right wing, they're going to need to be serviced, and they don't trust those sketchy glory holes because they can't trust who's in there.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but if you could just go somewhere with your church group and all put your dicks in some sort of automated thing that just sucks you off, and you can quote scripture or whatever during that time, however it works for your congregation. we're not judgmental here. We want to offer the service. We get like a vacuums. We get just some oil places that want to get rid of their vacuum stuff. And then just, start with a couple of church leaders and suck them off, and then it's all word of mouth and payoffs,
so to speak.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're not ready.
Word
for
of
that.
mouth. That's a good name for the.
Yeah.
That's a good name for the product.
Yeah, and you could make it look like a cross, so it's like welcoming.
Yeah.
I think that there's got to be 100 different angles, but I think getting angry Christians to part with their money is like kind of a future mission statement. However I can organize it, set up cinnamon rolls outside of their protest or whatever, just to, start with just a little bit, but I want a piece of that pie.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're gonna scam people, you want to scam the people who deserve it, So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, see, you wouldn't want to go to that place because that's a person with a soul.
Well, this is just Andy. This is just a prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I mean, we need the hole and the hand just to give like a sense of
holy
proportion.
palms.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a name. Holy palms.
I'm pretty sure that's again, that is a horse glory hole, guys.
Yeah.
The arm is in.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say I would leave that one. It's like your own Yelp review, your thumbs up. I don't trust whatever that guy or lady is selling in there. But hey, it's Pride Month, guys.
Hell yeah.
Have you done any celebrating yet?
I mean,
you don't have the time for it, and this isn't my recommendation because I don't know how I feel about this movie, but is to kick off my Pride Month. I've found the gayest show I could find, and I watched it. I had to take some breaks, but not like it was called Fire Island, and it was a group of homosexual men who get together to go have a fun time romp on an island with Margaret Cho as the den mother of these guys. And I watched it, and I can't say I recommended it. It was like watching the Macarena dance the first time, or hearing Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun. It's just, it's like, okay, I can see why maybe people would like this, but maybe it just isn't for me. So I'm not saying I'm not gay.
I think it's
just saying I don't like gay rom-coms.
It sounds like it would be something that would be more fun to go to if you were gay than it is to watch other people do on a television show.
It wasn't even it wasn't a reality show. It was acted, but it wasn't even like I've watched lesbian movies, a lot of them.
Did you think that the gay guys were going to have some sort of similar effect? I thought it would be more like that would just be like kind of a setup to a porn like thing. And this wasn't. I was prepared. I braced for it like it was the new Power of Dog, like I was going to get a misdirect. But everybody was gay. That part was true. It's just they didn't really show. I mean, there was like an implied blowjob, which when you see lesbian stuff, there's usually mouth noises. It's just not, but it was like, I guess, artistic, so they didn't really show. Now, on a side note, Andy, are lesbian mouth noises, are those acceptable to you? Because I know you don't care.
Noises. That's the only time I think when somebody sees
you're willing to make an exception.
Yeah, maybe a state fair corn on the cob eating contest. But I don't think of when lesbian sex. I don't think of that as It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's part of the music of it.
Yeah, those noises are acceptable.
That's
Yeah.
it. Well, see, that's good. So
Yeah.
I got a question, Andy. If it's a like, it's not a documentary, then so it's
No.
like a movie. So are they gay or are they just pretending to be gay? So they're not even really gay people.
Well, I would
I
have
feel
to
like
say
you
that.
got Power of the Dog again.
Yeah, I feel like I would say that this is like a Village People situation where if there was one who wasn't gay, I would go, okay, well, that's cool. Or, I mean, but I would think that if you're trying to get, I mean, because this is for the gay audience, I think. I
Was
think
one
it was
of the Village People not
I
gay?
think so too.
Yeah, one of them wasn't as gay. Well, he wasn't as gay.
Chaille, pull up a picture of the Village People and let's try to decide which
Oh
one
yeah,
of
this
these
will be
guys
good.
isn't gay.
The one who's fewer gay, right, Erickson?
Yeah. And the Native American is an easy one to choose, probably because the spirituality, construction workers got to hide it.
The
But I think
construction worker is for sure gay.
Yeah. What do you think
He
Indians
was the
did
gayest
when
one.
Indians conquered another Indian tribe? There was totally some butt fucking going on.
That's just
That was just to assert dominance. That wasn't gay though.
Yeah. Well, probably.
All right, I'm gonna say the military guy on the end. He looks like a drama.
Yeah, I think he's just.
I think maybe the guy who's not as gay might be the biker macho guy, because they go, look, we'll put him, Gary, you're gonna wear that because you got a wife and kids, and this will really pull you out of like your daytime accountant job, and we'll paint on the handlebar mustache, and so you don't have to even touch a dick, but we gotta sell it.
That guy's wearing yoga pants, I think.
And let me look.
Yeah,
That isn't
vagina.
even. I'm calling bullshit. That doesn't even look like that looks like guys dressed up like the Village
Oh, I
People.
think
It
you're
could
right.
be like
Yeah,
Van
that's
That
not
Halen.
isn't even the Village People, Chaille.
It could be.
I just grabbed I'm under the gun here.
I know
This
my
could be like
VP,
a-
all right.
Yeah.
We know Erickson's not a little gay. You could tell which one was a Village People and which was a stand-in.
there's one of those guys-
costume from
God
China.
damn it.
If one of those guys went to the costume party not being gay, he left there being a little bit gay.
All right,
And those
here's
are that's a pretty good cosplay.
here's
what it's called?
picture. Here's a picture of it. Looks like
The actual Village People.
Oh, I want to see
it
what
looks
they
like
look
it's
like
one of their
now.
albums, so it would have to be them. Although,
There'd have to be some AIDS empty chairs if they were, we're gonna do this one for a construction guy who couldn't be here because of AIDS.
all right, how's that?
Yeah,
Not a good
yeah.
picture though.
I'm
I gotta find something from the
I don't
70s
see-
when
I
they're.
don't-
the Indian looks like he's unwillingly gay right there.
All right,
There
here
should
we
be
go.
a-
I got the picture.
There should be a Jedi in there too, because they're pretty gay.
You're gonna add one?
I'm starting to think that that's what
Wait,
that
you
whole
think
thing
the
is.
Jedi are from the
I've been
Village?
watching a little bit of it, and it just seemed like Jedi. What's your whole thing, man? You go around, and you get a sense of other people who have the
All right,
same thing you do,
I'll pull out of this.
and then you want to train.
Yeah.
So that's
I don't-
them, because this came from.
Whoa.
Oh, no,
Whoa,
no.
what
That's
happened?
funny. That's a
Whoa.
picture of my mom. That's
What
coming
the
down
fuck?
the side
Wow! Holy
here.
cow!
In perfectly.
That's
Sorry,
just
Mom.
not. There are no
I know
coin-
which one's not gay.
There are no coincidences. Kaylee's mom was in the Village People.
I thought it was a ghost for a second. I was
Right.
kind of scared.
Let's see if I can get that in again.
AIDS
Yeah.
ghost.
Wow!
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
You can
fucking funny.
Every one of those gentlemen is gay.
That
Yeah.
that military guy, he looks, maybe he could be gay for pay. That guy,
Yeah.
He's pretending.
I would love
Yeah,
to see them
yeah.
performing. I don't know that are they still a band, but them doing their gig, and they don't have to worry about it because we know you guys probably want them, haven't had a lot of gigs maybe, but they could do Mar-a-Lago and have Trump dancing because Trump does the Macho Man,
Yeah.
the double dick thing. It'd just be like, fucking, this is it, this is the fucking.
So Andy, that might be a problem because they're already booked.
Oh, really?
Milwaukee, July
Uh-huh.
2nd, Bethlehem, PA at the
Well,
Wind Creek Event Center on August 20th,
Shit.
and Hammond Sport in New York at the Point of the Bluff Vineyards. They got a show.
They do mix with wine.
Oh shit!
You
They
know.
just played.
Anyway,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on a second.
Are
Oh,
they
that
playing?
can't be this. That can't be this year. They played May 7th, but I mean,
They should be busy this whole month.
You'd think, right?
I mean, when you think of a band and you think of gay, you go, well, is Wham still together? And then you go,
Well, no, Wham is not still together. I don't even have to look that up.
Yeah,
I can guarantee you.
You got some inside info there?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Andrew.
Yeah, at least one of them's dead.
George Michael are not hanging out.
Oh, right.
together
Yeah. All right. But the Village People, man, you know, name one of them. You know, it's construction guys.
Well,
so
yeah,
could
they
totally.
don't have names. They have occupation.
That probably worked out really good for a couple of the guys who had day gigs.
Yeah, but I bet it
Uh-huh.
isn't too many of the originals still playing.
Maybe it's just different people that have like Menudo, where they just get new
Yeah.
people every couple of years
Yeah,
and
it's
nobody
like-
ever knows. We didn't even know. We sat there looking at that one picture for 5 minutes before Erickson realized that's not even them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're like Blue Man Group, you know, you just apply to
I saw-
BBM.
Or there might be squads. Like you've got the Northwest, you've got the South.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, the Globetrotters had a division and a B team. And
So this is definitely them.
That's them. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
them.
okay, they're
Good looking guys, man.
Yeah, they stayed in
I'd
pretty
hang
good
out
shape.
with those guys. Like if you were
Yeah.
at a party and you saw those dudes, you'd be like, let's go over there.
I go, you guys see Fire Island? Pretty good. Some jokes in there. I think it was a comedy.
How did Margaret Cho do?
She
How-
just
I
it's
like
a-
Margaret Cho.
she kind of had a part where they just come in and then they would talk, you know, she was she was all right. I mean, I think it was about the gays, the
Mhm.
dudes,
Well, she's like
you
an
know,
icon.
so she was
yeah,
kind of a
but-
distraction.
Ah,
But I feel like she was fun, you know, I didn't get the jokes in it, you know. I was like, I was like, okay, you know, the way I'm going to learn more about their culture is to soak up some of their rom-coms. And when the ladies do it, I find it too distracting and I take a break and then I don't go back to it. But this, I was determined to plow all the way through and to not
We're
look
gonna
away.
plow all
You're
the
gonna
way
plow through
That's
Fire
the phrase
Island?
You want to use there?
Yeah. So I plowed through and he, you know, but it got I don't know, it's just stupid. I thought.
And it turns out the gay rom-coms are as stupid as the non-gay rom-coms.
Yeah, right. That's what but it was like kind of like this the whole plot was like this one guy he doesn't want to get laid. No, you're gonna get laid. So then this other guy was the wingman. It's just that's your plot. Anyway,
Well, that's what a rom-com is.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
described every rom-com.
right. And then at the end, the guy dumped. Yeah, it was a rom-com. And I guess I shied away from those as a straight. So
Yeah.
now to try to regroup and go back into the rom-com world, already hating them. Unless McConaughey's in it, don't make it.
Right. I'm with you.
Yeah. He can drag Sandra Bullock up a level.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know did that happen? It probably did. McConaughey, Bullock.
Yeah. And Keanu Reeves, he did it too.
I've been doing a Matthew McConaughey thing with the flies in my house.
Yeah.
I don't let them in, but they occasionally get in and they come in from the garage and I know who lets them in, you know, can't see that well. And they'll come up, but instead of chasing them around, I let them come to me.
I think you might want to read the book again. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
you
Didn't read
should.
I was wondering where that connect was gonna happen.
You just let them come to you. It's like green light.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I can go around the
think you might
house.
want to read the book one more time. Just maybe grab the audio book.
Yeah, don't even have to read it. Just put it on in the
Listen.
background. You might
But wouldn't
catch-
that be part
I'm
of
not
it,
sure
man?
there's a let the flies come to you, man.
Yeah, they'll come
part.
up and they'll get on the screen and then I let them out instead of killing them.
See? No, that's good. No,
Yeah, so that's
I-
like green light and you know,
good for you.
positive energy.
I have a thing, Andy, when I'm sitting on the porch and the flies start coming around where I just hold the fly swatter in my hand and all of a sudden they're fucking gone. They're nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
Wild.
those are expensive cameras. They don't want to lose them.
Yep.
I hope there's a big reveal here soon. Be fucking great. The aliens have been running this shit show for years, and a lot of lizard people come on out and everybody take a bow.
Have you guys heard about the birds aren't real thing?
Yeah, that guy's great.
That's all it takes, man, is a truck with some tape,
Uh,
and then you got something.
yeah. And the way they've just kept that going for so long, and that they charge up on when they land on the wires. That's what they're charging.
Well, it makes sense, right? I mean, all these idiots that are running around thinking they know about economics and like world power structures and stuff like that. Of course they're gonna. They think because they watch one little TED talk or something that they fucking know what's going on. They're gonna fall for that too. It's like, yeah, that's exactly how electricity works.
It does work.
Yeah.
That's right. Birds do land on wires.
What about all the seed the birds eat? You watch them eat seed. So, oh yeah, they do that to perpetuate the myth, to like make you think it's real. Well, then where's all my fucking seed going? I'm feeding a bag of fucking 20 pounds of feed every 2 weeks to these fucking pigeons or the doves, and I don't even want the doves around. Where's all that fucking seed going?
Wait a minute. Let's back this up. You don't want doves around, and yet you're feeding them 20 pounds of.
No, the finches and the cardinals and stuff like that. The doves are too big for the
okay.
the bird feeders we have, and so they jump on it and they knock all the feed all over the place.
Right.
And that's where the pigs come in.
Okay, so you do want birds, you just don't want the doves.
Well, why would I put out bird feeders if I didn't?
That
want
was my
birds?
question. You said.
And then you gotta set up a sign: no squirrels allowed. When you feed the birds, you've chosen a team.
Yeah.
And then you gotta protect your
we
interests.
don't really have squirrels in the area, right? There's squirrels in the area, but they're not near us.
I'll bet a Bisbee squirrel would be fucked up.
The Castle Rock Kenny of squirrels.
Yeah, jumping around trees like, what the fuck, man?
All skinny, wearing some long shorts.
We find out Castle Kenny's actually a squirrel.
Been squirrel the whole time, bro.
The whole time, yeah.
Fucking birds aren't real. Kenny could very well easily be a squirrel.
Didn't the birds aren't real thing start as like to mock conspiracy theories?
Yeah,
and then
no, that's entirely what it is.
Right, I know, but there are people who actually adopted it as a conspiracy theory. I thought I read.
Oh no, without a doubt. But that's what makes it even funnier.
Yeah,
that guys doing it are just continuing to do it because they cannot believe that it's still going.
Yeah.
Well, they were making a ton of dough.
Doing this.
They were making a ton of dough in merchandise. So, I mean, once you've had a bite of that apple, you don't want that to go away. You're like, fuck, man, we need to start getting koozies out there and onesies for little kids because the little kids need to know birds aren't real. And he's like, hey, Richard, are you starting to believe this? Are we in a t-shirt game or what, man?
Yeah, that's right. After you make enough money, you're like, maybe birds aren't real.
Yeah. What I love is that the people that were showing up at the rallies and stuff that were like, they weren't the people that like scribbled out a quick sign with like a ballpoint pen on cardboard. You see those people like, didn't you know you were coming here today? Get a Sharpie. But they were people who were like getting things together and they knew this was all a joke, but they go there and like they perpetuate it and they have really good signs. They have really good, slow, well thought out, but they're always like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they never let on. And the guy, I don't know the kid's name, the guy, the main guy in it, but it was like him and a couple of his buddies, the ones who did it.
Come up with the weirdest shit.
It was brilliant. And
I love that they made a shitload of money off of it when that probably wasn't even the intention. The intention was just like be hilarious, and then like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you got to grab that merchandise, and when it's there,
I'm sitting on a tub. Man.
Yeah, well, that landscaping company. They're probably sitting on tubs of shirts now too, but
they did get a spike.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't order as many smalls and mediums.
That's one thing I learned too. Oh my God, don't order smalls and mediums.
Yeah, that's Canadian.
Don't order mediums. First of all, don't order mediums. Nobody. It turns out there are no mediums. Well, nobody's a medium. You're either a XL or some girls like smalls.
Yeah, it's just how much do you want to crowd the fat under your shirt sizes? That starts at large.
And
You're
if,
really,
if you think you don't need that many double X or triple XLs, you are wrong.
Yeah.
You do.
Just be polite and throw another X on there. That's what I do.
Yeah.
A lot of guys my size will wear a 2XL, and it's just rude, man.
Yeah.
Throw another X on there, like a tent.
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah, maybe we should start like putting the 3XLs in like a brown paper bag at the merch booth. You just kind of slide it to them and just like, yeah, no, this is your size.
I wonder how many. I need a sewing machine. I could cut apart like 5 smalls, make an extra
Like
large.
a quilt.
Yeah, 5 shirts. Yeah, I definitely would have cheated it up some sizes. And Craig, I forget what I had, but he wanted 1X more. Like, man, and it makes you feel like a dick, like you're like discriminating against people. It's like I didn't envision 4Xs being interested. God damn it. So sorry.
Well, I mean, it's not
smalls.
It's not one person a 4X. If you're going to order a 4X, they're going to have to, get a screen. They're going to have to burn it, and they're going to do everything. You're going to have to get 5 or 6 4Xs, and now you're sitting on those other ones until someone else goes, yeah, give me the 3X. No, give me the 4X. I listened to Chad.
And I got myself implied masturbating on small shirts. Like, it's like, what school is this going to be okay in? I don't know any smalls outside of that, kids.
You got any nature jacking onesies?
Yeah, a sippy cup. Oh, just spill cream down your face. Oh, big baby.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't test market. My test marketing team was out that week.
Yeah.
Well, I think the one you gave me, Andy, is a 2X.
And
it fits me good.
Yeah, so double that, and that's what Craig.
I don't have any problems.
Who's Craig?
Craig, he's fuck. I can't think
one
of
our Twitter guys.
Yeah,
Craig
Twitter. He's the one who always retweets. My merch.
Craig Johnson, I believe.
He lives in New Mexico, and he gets on board, and he's on board.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I like
right
Craig,
on.
but
Go, Craig.
he sent me diapers and pants to wet in, so I had shit and pissed myself.
Oh,
yeah.
That guy.
Like, he's helpful that way. If I want to shit and piss myself, I'm set up now. I'm set up with blue Gatorade from Linda. So
nice.
I can take it in, I can flush it out. This week, my big symptom was I just couldn't take enough naps. So no shitting, no
one can
vomiting.
take enough naps.
But that's
nice,
all
bro.
Yeah, well, that's what the like women's softball and that kind of shit being on. It's because it's just good to fade in and out, wake up and catch another inning, or not.
I forgot what week we're on. Are you doing chemo tomorrow, or did you?
I'm doing it. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
So you start,
and I'm kind of feeling like this will be 5. The next time they pierce into my chest, they'll have 4 more. So I got 5 more drips. But I'm thinking with those, as tired and shit as I've been, and that's what my battle has been, that I might get kicked back a week to recover. Last time we discussed it, and I said, let's keep going. It's like a fucking sickness. I don't want to do it, but I want to get it done with. So I don't really want to take a break and go, okay, all right, I'm feeling good again. Let's just do it till
it's important that you do this the proper way. And if you get advice that you could or should, take a week break, if it turns, whatever. I mean, you want to get it over with, but you also want to do it right. So
I don't want to be like that guy who had a list together, and he now I don't even want to talk about it anyway. I don't want to bring up that because I don't want to get thrown in jail for implied assassination lingo. But we got a heated time coming up. But man, I just want to. It's not even a political thing anymore. I just want to mock Christians.
Oh, dude, I'm with
They're
you.
not. they're just like, okay, you guys this used to be your thing, and now this is your thing. You're a bunch of fucking asshole. Like, I want to stand outside of churches and protest them on Sundays. It's like, this is ridiculous. But
You
I'm
know,
gonna just lay here and nap for the next year.
do you know Tom Simmons, comedian Tom Simmons?
I know the name. Boston,
North Carolina. He's funny. He was for a while, a couple years ago, pre-pandemic. He was while he was on the road, he would go to church on Sundays. He'd just walk into some church, and then he would live tweet the service and the sermon with his commentary, which was not exact. It was pretty funny. It was not like making fun of them. They didn't know that
right?
he was doing that, but
Probably a good way to stay fed too.
yeah.
That's what I
Cookies and
love.
punch.
Yeah, I learned that early in church, and I fucking couldn't take it. But there was always food in the basement, and I'd go down there and have some of the Rose Noggles Jello squares. I wish there was acid in them. Wouldn't that have been something? Fucking
Yeah, we
church.
could actually see God if you eat these Jello squares.
Oh man, if
The
I could
first
go
time
back,
ever at the potluck.
I would totally dose up my church if I could now. Who died, Margaret? Tell me again. Who do we
You want to
who do
talk to her again,
Woo!
Margaret?
Do you want to pray? Yeah, man. Hey man, let's play some of that organ music. My whole church could have used that. I think almost every church could.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? We didn't have any wine this week, so we have Kool-Aid with acid, and we're gonna just all stay cool. But then you got a cult. So
Yeah, well, I mean,
know.
it's one thing that if you're tripping, it's one thing to be dosed, but it's also another thing if you get dosed and you don't even really know about acid. Like,
right, you can't just do that.
Like that's basically the plot of that
Mhm.
documentary Wormwood, where when the CIA dosed their own chemists back in the 50s, and those guys not only did they not know they were getting dosed with LSD, they didn't know what LSD was. So imagine how that would fuck you up. Like, they legitimately thought they were losing their minds, like.
Yeah.
Well, what would be the other alternative? If you didn't know acid existed, you would think you were losing your fucking mind.
Yeah. And one of them jumped out of a window.
Yeah.
On the 12th floor, committed suicide.
So who puts
or did he?
Yeah. Why was he up on the 12th floor?
Well, that was part of another whole thing. It's look, this isn't my recommendation. It should be. But Wormwood, we've talked about this before. Wormwood, I think it's still on Netflix.
That could be
Errol Morris. It's an Errol Morris docu-series, and it is absolutely incredible. And the story is incredible. And it has twists and turns, and it's all fucking true. It's not like we think this is a conspiracy or this is like a weird, maybe it happened this way. They know what happened now. So, it's quite the fucking story. But just the idea of getting dosed and not knowing, it's bad enough if you get dosed. Like, if you get dosed and you're like, oh man, I'm feeling fucking weird. Oh, I think I got dosed. I think I'm tripping. Oh fuck, I'm tripping. But if you don't know what LSD is,
there was people that I would dose. I've talked about, like, people on yachts or whatever. It'd be fun to, like, whatever, however it played out, like they're all out there and they're fucking 1%ers, fucking counting up their money and shit. And the fucking people getting together in DC right now, the Bilderbergs, fucking dose all them motherfuckers and then just keep them in there. Right? I mean, see, then they got security teams and all that shit. And you can't just fucking dose them up.
But dose the security teams too.
Yeah.
Let them figure it out.
Dose that
or
whole
maybe
fucking
just
hotel.
Maybe only dose the security teams. Just see what happens there. Just start with that.
Stand down.
That's where you start. That's where you start.
Hey man, stand down. Relax. That's how you go in as a Jedi and just go, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
We're coming in to give them some snacks.
Not the job you were looking for.
But yeah, I'd like to. I mean, it would be a treat to see Ted Cruz tripping balls. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, he'd probably still be a disgusting pig that you'd want to kick in the face just while what he was saying while tripping. He'd say creepy shit or whatever, but it would just be like at the end of it, you'd go, "You get it now? A little bit, you fucking cunt."
Yeah, I agree with that. They all need to eat some mushrooms.
Yeah, the whole fucking lot of them, and
The
not
whole lot of them.
necessarily
Democrats and
hallucinogenic.
Republicans.
Some of them that give you just fucking painful stomach shit until you die. Everybody
Well, we might
gets,
lose a few of them, but, you know.
hey, there's a few slices of this pizza that aren't as long term as others, but everybody grab a slice. Mansion, get on in here. It's your goddamn boat. Yeah, I've been obsessed with the yacht culture a little bit. Maybe the Fire Island. It's like, who owns all them yachts? And where is Fire
What do you mean
Island?
you've been obsessed with yacht culture? How do you
No,
become
just-
obsessed with yacht culture? How
just
how
the-
does that manifest
I don't
itself?
know, man. I just don't. When I heard Betsy DeVos had more than one, I was like, those motherfuckers. I want to take. You know, I don't want to be. I would live on a yacht if I could take over one of theirs, but I don't think I would like enjoy it. Like
Like a
fuck little-
pirate? You just
Well, you just
pirate-
travel around in a boat, and then you go to places and shop,
Uh-huh.
and then you're back in your boat. If you're on your boat with cool people and there's plenty of drugs, yeah.
But I mean, you
But-
can do that and not have to own a yacht. You live 24/7 on a boat. That's a whole lifestyle.
It's usually how people die, like, you know, escape a shipwreck. It's just on a boat. I mean, I could the boat I could afford.
I'm gonna live on a
Shipwreck, you don't
rowboat.
have a
my whole
boat.
life.
I don't have a boat. If I had a boat, it would be a shitty one, though.
Well, you could be a person who lives on a boat and just travels around the world on a shitty boat. You
I
don't
could
need
do
to
it
be an asshole 1%er.
I could do it like I do with pillows on the road. I could just like get a boat
Straight
and
up.
kind of like, here, man, I'm taking over your boat. Don't think just, you know, it's a downgrade, but don't take it personally. And then I just do that on up. I got me
Yeah.
a crab boat, fishing boat. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, see, there's all sorts
Yeah.
of
You
boats.
can't be like a nice pirate. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to fuck you over, man. You keep your cell phone. And then I'd get fucked up. So
You can give your cell phone, but you're gonna have to get the fuck
yeah,
off the boat.
yeah, you can't have any kind of fucking concern about what happens with their shit. And that's what I do. I go, you know, well, call me if you need help, shit like that. And you got to just say, get the fuck off my boat, yo.
Like, look at these cats.
Yeah, that'd be hard to
They're
throw.
like they're in the marina. They're not
That's-
even out underway.
Those don't look like people who get out on a boat much. You know, that's not your problem. Those people, they're just there for brunch.
That's what I'm trying to say, Andy.
Yeah.
It's like there's not just yacht people who are assholes that you want to dose with acid and their security detail. There's a whole gambit of different kinds of people out there on boats.
Well, I'm talking about the ones in Florida mainly. If you don't have fish blood in your boat, then it's fucking property of the government. And let's let poor people have them. Just move, like they fuck up neighborhoods and they set up tents out on curbs. It's like just move them onto a yacht. So you can keep your yacht, but you got 20 fucking bums on it now. We're keeping track of them, so don't try to lose them. They
I
have
could do that. I would love to do that. I would love to just buy a boat and just live on it and just sail it around. That's just what you live on. Just go wherever fucking wind blows.
get some trashy chicks that dance on the hull or whatever.
Well, I have a trashy chick
I know.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd want
Don't
ones
worry
that
about
just
that.
were on masks dancing on.
I'm not gonna sail it to the lake of the fucking Ozarks.
There you go.
Oh yeah, like that
Something
one.
like-
I'll take that one.
Yeah, that's got its own water slide.
If you I'm a little bit afraid of the ocean, to be honest, but if you ever decide to be a pirate, Andy, I'll go be a pirate with you and rob people and take their bigger ships and
Yeah.
bigger
We'll
ships.
start in.
So we have
uh-huh.
one like that. We'll start off in a dinghy
Mhm.
and we'll
Just keep trading up.
Yep.
Like the guy who ended up with a Porsche after he traded someone for a paperclip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just moved it all the way up, paperclip, doing water
Well,
bombs.
let's just say shit like, you know,
iron.
we humbly request you leave your boat.
Yeah, that's
And
a
then-
fucking Somali pirate, dude.
And then I go,
You know what I
Chad, Chad, help them find their luggage.
Like
And then I'll put them in suitcases and drop them off the side because we don't need problems coming back on us later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need witnesses.
Yeah.
Andy's like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack. He's like, hey, Rocco, help Judge Smales here find his checkbook.
Yeah, and then we're off to Fire Island. So I think what I'm gonna try.
shit. You might want to drop me off.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think I'd have fun. I just I don't
there
trust
weren't
myself.
They
any-
have the best drugs, Chad. Trust me.
Oh, even that was they didn't have
They have the
drugs
best
in them.
cocaine.
Where is Fire Island?
I don't.
There's
I didn't
Fire
get-
Island off of
North Carolina
coast
or-
of Anchorage.
And
It's
there's
like
probably
off
one.
of Anchorage.
There's probably one everywhere that gays want to get together. I don't know. It's I shouldn't have brought it back to that because we were having a good time. I just wanted to expand, man. It's like I've seen a lot. I mean, it's not. I'll never be able to even the playing field as far as what I've seen from ladies with ladies versus just men. And I saw Brokeback Mountain. That was it. And then Fire Island. And then I've seen movies where they were gay themes or whatever, but like the whole thing is gay. Just hadn't done it. But like I think what I would like to see is a gay action movie.
A gay action movie?
Well, it's just two
What about-
dudes who
What about
kill
just a
other
gay porn
dudes.
with a plot?
No, I don't even want the porn part. I just was like, I want to, it's like, do they have those? Like they just go fucking shoot up people and then they make out and then go on with their business. It's like, I don't think it should be a big thing of this was a whole movie about, that's what it was,
Yeah.
there wasn't any side plot that wasn't having to do with men being with men.
You
What
should
about
watch
Point Break?
the.
Wasn't that a gay action movie?
Oh yeah, probably.
Which one?
Pretty close.
Point Break.
Point Break.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are pretty close.
That was pretty gay.
Yeah.
It's just like remove the gay and have basically the whole, that's what a lot of wrestling, fans and shit are they, it's thinly veiled gay emotions that the, audience gives out and the wrestlers give out too. But the audience is wrapped up in it and they would think like, you go, you would fuck him, right? And they go, no way, man. I just, just really dig everything, his persona and his fucking, he takes care of himself. The whole thing is gay.
Andy, if you want to see some very exciting gay action in a show, watch the first 10 minutes of episode 1 of season 3 of The Boys. That just dropped on Amazon.
I don't know, man. It might be too hard.
I didn't make it that far in, Erickson.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I was done. I was.
You talking about the superhero movie?
I guess from
It's
yeah,
a
new
television. It's a
season's
show.
out.
Season 3 starts out with a pretty crazy scene in the first.
I have not seen
first
season 3, but I watched the
It
first
just-
2 seasons.
Yeah, the season 3 just dropped. This
All
week.
right.
It lost me in the first 5 minutes. I was.
Did you
done.
watch the first 2 seasons?
Yes, I've
And
been
you
looking
quit watching
forward to
after the
season
first-
3.
You quit watching after that first scene?
Shut it off. Done.
Andy, if that doesn't make you want to watch
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
makes
need
me
that
wanna
kind
watch
of
it now.
shit.
Let's see what's happening.
It
Oh
doesn't
my
sound
God.
rom-com-y.
it's not. There's action though.
It was unexpected after
I can-
watching the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh,
That's
so
all
that-
I'll
yeah.
say.
Well, it really, yeah. I don't want to.
Yeah. I'll let everybody watch it. Now it's like a
Watch it.
No, I'm watching it right
I thought
after
it
we
was
podcast.
funny. I thought it was very funny. So
I'll
Well.
I think maybe further on, you should have eased me into that. No, you can't start the episode with that.
That's how they come back strong.
Woo!
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah,
remember.
man.
Oh,
When a band hasn't released an album in a while and they put an album out, they got to put
Yeah.
a fucking hit. There's got to be something in that first song that makes you go, "Oh yeah, I remember this band."
I don't remember them sucking each other's dicks, but hey, I hear a
remember
single.
This band, they were cool. But when did they get weird as fuck?
Always trying to
Oh my
top yourself.
God. I can't wait
Yeah.
until I can't wait until you other two dudes watch
Yeah,
it.
I hope to receive a text. You guys watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably be.
I want to see who makes it farther than everybody else. Will make it all the way through. I know, but I'll
I
tell
can-
you where I
yeah.
made it to.
I can get through a lot of shit by breaking it into small, manageable
This is like
pieces
one
and taking a
scene.
break.
It's one scene at the beginning. It's just you just have to, when you see it, you'll know it. You'll know you saw
Yeah.
I mean, I remember
I might go back to it.
the season ender was the one guy, the Captain America looking dude,
Homelander.
Homelander. You found out that he had a kid or there was
Yeah.
something going on there. That's what I
Yeah.
remember. I mean, I rely on the
This
recap
scene-
to get back into it. I don't remember anything about
This-
gay activity.
That's
This scene isn't really tied to the plot.
It starts off on like where like I don't remember what I don't like. Should I feel like I know what's going on? But it didn't help, Chaille, because I was like, well, they'll give me a recap,
Yeah.
and then they give you a recap of just people's heads exploding one after another. It's just a bunch of action sequences, and you're like, I don't even remember all that
I don't
shit
re- I
happening.
was the
That
same
That
way.
was season 1, I think.
I
Yeah.
was the same way. I'm like, well, this recap didn't really help much. I'll be honest.
That was wasn't Elizabeth Shue in the first season?
Yes.
Yeah, she was the CEO, and then she's the one who like they fried her head or something.
Yeah.
Homelander.
Which was
fucking-
like, what the fuck? I like her. Why? This is like
Homelander
Dexter. They're
fucked
killing
her
off
up.
main people.
But this scene isn't really tied to the plot. It's just an entry point back into the show.
Yeah.
So it was pretty incredible, though, I thought.
It's like they hired Howard Stern from 30 years ago to be a writer for The Boys somehow.
That's well said. And now then we'll just leave it there, because if that doesn't get Andy and Chaille on the hook, you know. Oh man.
I like the idea of something being too troubling for Chad to continue with. Sounds like something I would be feel similar, but yeah.
Oh, I don't even want to.
I would not recommend you try to get through what I went through with the other. I'm just
Fire Island. I'm sure
I'm
that
just
this is a
it's
lot
just-
quicker.
I'm gonna watch a few more gay things throughout the month if I can.
Sure.
Not just Birdcage. That was a gay one, remember?
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Well, I
I don't think I watched that.
I was trying
I
to pull
saw
up a
that in the
clip.
theater when I was young because I was a Robin Williams fan, and I went, "Whoa, that's different."
Chad troubled left 10 minutes into it. Nanu.
I think I liked it.
Chad's like pulling an Andy, like, wait a minute, there's not a bird or a cage in this. What's going on?
So apparently on YouTube, the episode 1 of season 3 of The Boys, there's a lot of reaction videos. So there's like 2 people, and then like down here there would be the screen of what they're watching, and I can't even. I mean, I had it muted so you guys couldn't hear it, but I'm watching their faces. I'm not even looking at the screen, and I'm seeing their faces. I'm like, okay,
enjoy it.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
How long does it go? The opening?
It's the opening scene. It's like 5 minutes.
Like a cold open, right?
I
It has
think-
nothing to do with.
That's cold open is exactly good. It's essentially the thing that at the end of that they would say, live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Like the Aristocrats.
Oh yeah, it would actually be a good Aristocrats joke too.
All right, we're getting there.
So yeah, so that'll ease me into. I want to watch Brokeback again because I didn't see it all.
I don't think I saw it.
I've never watched it.
Yeah, Heath Ledger and Jake didn't get along on some clickbait I read.
Oh man.
You know, they didn't have chemistry in their kiss. I had to go wade through 30 of them.
Were you desensitizing yourself?
It's just like, you know, they advertise with that and they go, oh, they didn't get, you know how those go. And you're like,
Yeah.
come on, just show me the one I want to read. And I don't care about that one or that one. And, oh, really? That one? Oh, shit. Or, you know, but it's just mindless garbage that I don't need. I got cancer from that shit.
Is that what it was?
All that shit. Yeah. Reading People magazine, having an opinion about baby Jessica, shit like that. All that shit.
Wait,
Being
what was your opinion about baby Jessica?
Yeah.
Was your opinion that she shouldn't have come out of the well?
I don't think she should have been out there by the well.
Are you anti-baby Jessica?
I know I
You
was.
know what? She took her chance. She knew her chances when she went out there.
I said, let's build a side well and get through that way.
A side well.
Yeah, I didn't want them to go down there and knock
Why
shit down.
why would it be called a side well and not just why wouldn't they just dig a hole in the side?
It was a scam. She went down there looking for media attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then you could do that. You could knock your kid down a well
Yeah.
and go, oh, hell.
Yeah, that's true. There was.
bet.
Remember the hoax of the balloon boy? Remember the balloon
yeah.
boy hoax?
What happened with him?
That was the one where like it was like a hot air balloon and it took off and supposedly there was a little kid on it stolen away and they had like live footage of the balloon like floating at 30,000 feet up to space, and then it turns out the kid was hiding in the basement of the house the whole time. He wasn't on there.
Fucking, that's awesome. Now he probably got in trouble, right?
I mean,
Well, I mean, it wasn't just him.
Yeah.
8-year-old kid didn't figure out this scam. It was his family.
Trickster. Some kids are gifted that way. That's how I'd frame it. Kids always pulling this shit.
Oh, the
That's
dad,
probably
the dad threw the kid under the balloon.
Yeah.
That's probably the kid that came up with birds aren't real eventually.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah, there's the
send the fly to the corner.
I don't remember when that story came out, but that balloon is rather impressive.
That's a good hoax. It's a fun hoax. There is not usually a hoax is, you know, the kids are gone. Some Cuban guy grabbed them or
Yeah.
you know, like, no, you threw them down there, didn't you? That was one out here, Diane Downs, I think her name was, and she chucked a couple of kids and blamed it on I think she was the original. Maybe I might have her confused with another one, but I think she said a Puerto Rican guy. And I remember that sketch and whatever the sketch was in the paper was like, there was nobody to look for. So right away, you know, she was making shit up. She was she's kind of a local legend, I guess. I think she hooked up with some dude in prison and it's kind of hot I mean, I didn't think she was hot, but people did. She kind of looked, I don't know. I mean, when I think some dudes are just attracted to a woman who kills kids, you know. Well, there's always like, you know, if a lady will kill a couple of toddlers,
Yeah.
she'll never have a shortage of male interest.
Well, I mean, guys on death row have.
Well,
plenty
I
of
know, but I mean,
marriage
it's just like,
proposals from women who.
I know,
never
but it's a
even-
kink for some guys. Like, you know, oh, don't worry about that, baby. I don't like kids anyway, or whatever. But it seems like,
We don't
you
want
know,
kids cramping our style.
Yeah, it doesn't- it's not a deal breaker for like a prison guard to go, well, you murdered children, but you're hot. So I think she had some of that going. I think she had, there was even a movie about her. All she did was chuck a couple of kids in the water. You know, that's the thing. He's like, you look at these channels and shit, and you know, you want to ban weapons and shit, and it's like, but what are we gonna do for murder TV in 10 years? It's like everything's fucking, you know, like Jeffrey Dahmer's got like 6 or 10 movies, or you know, it's like a fucking Ted Bundy, you know, his Notebook. We're gonna just read Ted Bundy's Notebook on this one. I don't even feel like those kind of guys will be recognized in the future, you know, like Ted Bundy did all those murders and shit. It took him months and months. It took somebody with a machine gun like 8 minutes to do similar and more cruelly. And I'm like, what did Bundy do? Well, he was a bit of a bully.
Yeah.
Killed some people.
Bully?
Kind of a bad dude.
Yeah, I think Ted Bundy's crimes like eventually will become like adorable. Like,
yeah, well,
oh,
those kind of
adorable.
like, you
Killed
know,
12 women over a
Yeah,
couple of years.
what would Gacy have done with an AK-47? Oh, it'd have filled up a lot of basements. Because I think he kind of liked to have. Didn't he have sex with them? Not all of them. I don't know. I think he just liked killing at some
You're
point.
the one who's watched like all of
Yeah, I mean,
I forget, man. They all blend together. I have a fucking, you know, it's like all one murder to me.
I
That's
think
why-
his idea was to have sex with them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the plan. Yeah.
Well, he already had him handcuffed. Hey, it's a
Look
bummer,
at
man.
that. Oh my God.
Yeah, Ted Bundy was a fucking suspender
Got a
guy
little-
too.
Yeah, he's got a little mork from Orc.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he just looks
vibe
like
going
he
on
just
right
got
there.
done skiing. He's by the fire.
And he's grooming a child.
Well, that was his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
looks like that looks like
She got gloves on? No. Looks like he has red.
What?
It looked like he had a red glove on, but I don't think so. Your name's in front of it. I'm kind of feeling the weed now. I don't hold it like I used to. I just get all punchy drunk like Stanhope on weed. Like, why are you so happy all of a sudden? Oh, I don't even know the weed Doug. I've just seen him on, you know, the pandemic and all that shit. I know he was dabbling back in the day, but now he's like, you know, I feel like if somebody put on Grateful Dead music behind him, he might start dancing. Kind of
yeah,
hippie.
I mean, it all depends. He makes a lot of decisions at night and makes
Mhm.
phone calls and sends emails, and then in the morning has to figure out how to back out of them.
That's why Chaille goes and hides in the shower.
That's why I'm gone after 5 o'clock. I'm down here in my place.
Weed makes him accommodating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when he get drunk, he wouldn't make agreements to shit. I mean, he still gets drunk, but
Well, I mean, yeah, just last night we had people over to do I don't know what the fuck it was supposed to be, but I had to set up the karaoke machine, and
oh, no.
we're getting ready. We're going to podcast. It was basically just us podcasting. And then Doug, but we were redoing the little house. So there's a queen size bed in the fun house. And I go, and I'm in there setting up the karaoke stuff and getting ready for the podcast. And I go, hey, how many people did you invite over tonight? He goes, about a dozen or so. I go, there's a fucking queen size bed, and you went out and bought a chaise lounge to be next to the bed. Where is everyone going to be in this room? I mean, where do you think? Where does sober Doug think 12 plus the people that live here are going to be in this room? And he goes, well, someone are going to lay on the bed. You know, it's just a little too presumptuous that you're going to get everyone to lay on the bed waiting around to sing fucking American Pie, you know?
Oh, no. Chaille's like the guy that worked for Hugh Hefner that was his friend that was like available 24/7. He wants to play Parcheesi, get 18 people in the fun room.
But people were laying on the bed singing.
What's next?
Yeah, there was no chairs. I took all the chairs back from the last time we did a show. So there were no chairs, and there was patio furniture out front, but then you weren't in the room with all the karaoke stuff. And then it's like, hey, turn on the light bar. I go, the light bar behind the couch or behind the bed and the chaise lounge. You have to like squeeze by to get to. You want to use the stage now? He goes, yeah, because Christine's going to do a set of comedy. Comedy? Where did the fucking comedy come from? And then it's then the time's ticking because Doug's like, Tarek was hosting the karaoke. He goes, "Hey, special announcement! In 2 more songs, we're gonna have a special event." I go, "Hey, Tarek, what the fuck is a special event?" Because I'm still dialing in the karaoke stuff. And he goes, "Oh, Christine's gonna do a set." A set? What the fuck? And he goes, "Yeah. And stand up wants the lights on." Well, he should have told me at 4 o'clock when I was setting everything up. And I said, "Anything else?" And he goes, "Nope, that'll do it." So I left at 10.
I was home about 9:45. So
yeah, but you had an early morning with your grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to show them the freeze pipe.
Yeah. how things have changed. You used to hide weed from your folks.
Yeah.
Check out this glycol pipe.
My dad did a giant bubbler rip right in front of his 90-year-old mom.
Oh, that's amazing.
On the porch. And he fucking nailed it. I was trying to tell him how to do it. He used to have a carb, and I was like, "Yeah, you lift the, when you're ready to clear it, you lift that. That's the carb." He hits it, and it fills up and just starts turning yellow. And I'm like, okay, that's good. It was just fucking thick. Cleared it completely out, blew it out, and then he's like, "I'm done."
What was his assessment? I mean, he's never smoked anything.
No one's talked to him since.
He's still asleep.
He drove off with grandma. Nobody's heard from either of them.
That is absolutely true, Andy. My dad he'll be 70 next month.
Holy
In
shit.
July.
That sounds like it was a Shank Jubilee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the 90-year-old queen. Like somebody just fucked that woman. She's got to parade around with her family, recognize. Just somebody fucking drop down on her or something. God damn it. That queen needs to be recognized. Is that still going on? Did anyone see
I think it's over.
Yeah. It went on for like several days, and I kept you don't want to see a shooting. I was like, man, I don't want to see this Jubilee neither.
People give Prince Charles a lot of shit, but I think that the fact that the Queen is still alive is kind of a testament to Prince Charles not being a complete douchebag, because he gets to be the king as soon as this old bag fucking finally kicks.
He's gonna die.
He's got to be like what, 7? He's got to be almost 70.
Yeah, he's in his 70s.
He's been waiting for 50 fucking years, and it's just one push down the stairs. Buckingham Palace.
She's got probably 5 more years too. She's like one of them hardy old fucking broads.
But it's like, any of you guys watch the Netflix series The Crown?
No.
Okay, so it explains basically the history, right? But it's
fictionalized version.
Yeah, it's fictionalized. But it is very interesting because I don't know any of the history. I feel kind of stupid about that. But I was interested, and this was pandemic, so I had a different set of priorities. So I was watching this thing. It was very interesting, and what a clusterfuck this whole thing with Prince Charles and Princess Diana and the gal that he ended up marrying. What's her name? Bowles. Camilla. Yeah, like all the bullshit, like everything's faded away from like all the details can come out now because the publicity machine is over, trying to preserve it. But it is very interesting. It's like, but doesn't the Queen just deserve a fucking like a vacation, a time off from all this stuff? Just let her son have it. She's nothing but a figurehead anyway.
What else? No, what the fuck else has she been doing but having a fucking vacation? That's what being the Queen is.
I mean, but why does she have to be the one? Like, she's in her 90s. Let her fucking just finish out her life. Like, going to her horse track and checking out her. She's really good with the horses, apparently. And just relax and not have to do anything.
Just hang. Yeah, she probably has a whole off-screen persona that's way cool. Just hangs out with some fun old bags, and they go play Keno and shit. Yeah, freeze pipe
with her friends.
It's the
bingo, fucking bingo afternoons. Doing a couple of key bumps, but not too many. It's enough.
Yeah,
to
you know
stay
the
on
queen gets good coke, man. Not this fucking stepped on shit. Fucking fentanyl in it.
That's why I think I want to get the yacht. It's like, man, every time I see that Don Jr., it's like I could just do a little bit of the coke that guy does, and I'd be pretty fucking happy with it.
Oh, it's such premium grade that you would be able to get everything done on your
I
own.
don't know, man. It just seems to get his fucking jaw sideways and gets him yelling and
Yeah.
shit. And he tapes shit and goes, "Yeah, I like it. Put it up." It's like, yeah, good stuff, man.
I don't know what
Get
the inner
political.
circle is like for him, because there's no one that's like telling him no, or maybe the things that someone does say no is just so crazy. They're like, they gotta let some things go through or he would throw a fit. So they let him do a cooked up rant.
Wasn't Andy Dick doing a show from his RV?
What?
Like, I think Andy Dick assaulted some guy, but he was like doing a podcast or something from an RV, and that was his latest. But
What's
you know,
that
it's like
got to do with Don.
Tom Green was doing an RV.
well, just
podcast.
Andy, like nobody will tell
Oh, yeah,
Andy Dick that this isn't a good idea to go in an RV
Oh.
and you guys are doing drugs and shit. Like Don Jr. is like, you know, he probably's got an audience that's just his lady. And he's like, hey, fucking, I got an idea. And she's like, yeah, go out and do it, man. You know? It's like, I think in his case, it's like nobody really gives a shit. Like if he did a death video, I think the people closest to him would be like calling to have it cleaned up.
So
That'd be about
yeah,
it.
Andy Dick was arrested. Shit, how do I fuck? He was arrested during a live stream in his RV
Yeah,
for felony sexual battery.
You want to keep that off your live streams.
Yeah.
That's why they shouldn't even, you shouldn't be allowed to do those if you're Andy Dick. Take away Andy Dick's ability to live stream and people will not get hurt. But
I don't understand what's going on with this.
I don't know.
I mean, it seems like a setup, like it's getting arrested during your live stream. It seems like that would be something. That
I can't believe this is happening to me.
You can't come in here. I'm streaming live in my RV.
We're doing an international thing here. Do you know who I am, man? Yeah, doing the Andy Dick RV series campground. But I'd party with him still.
He's pretty annoying.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to be around. See, he came into the Comedy Store a couple times, and he's a lot.
Yeah,
like it's hard.
Yeah, I guess he was living in the RV. You know what's so weird is I'm trying to pull these stories up just to get the gist of it, like the real quick rundown. And there's just fucking pop-ups, and so it's like a clickbait thing. So he's still got a little juice on his name, I guess.
That's a weird way to like. I don't know. I mean, Jimmy Walker's not the right one, but just like how you could, like Jimmy Walker does his insurance ads. And I was paying attention. He's like, holy shit, this guy's really fucking working for the. He's not just saying dynamite. He's
money.
That's
what he goes. Money.
He hits like
get your money.
God damn it, JJ got inspired. He got a new agent. It's like, man,
I think he got money.
Money. Yeah. And he's telling himself, God damn it, I'm back. I don't know, JJ.
How did he get through that whole commercial without using the phrase, do this and you will have good times?
Yeah.
How was that not?
Because they paid for dynamite. He says dynamite.
Yeah. He probably doesn't own good times. That's probably.
Yeah, that's one of it's like combined his whole career and made it even hackier and made it 30 seconds. And you go, God damn it, I fucking get that JJ was once success. Like the whole movie, the whole arc is there for the movie. There's pictures of him when he's younger doing something cool. Now he's on the other end bilking old people. And they ain't good times. Neither. Look at him. He's rubbing his hands together. in a deceptive way. Ooh, I can help you, old people.
Yeah, he seems like the evil Zionist or the guy who just tied the woman to the railroad tracks. My plan is coming along.
JJ's going, I get 25 cents for every old fool that signs up for this shit.
Wait, is the mic on right now? Is the camera rolling?
Shit.
Are we rolling? Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we'll call in Tony Danza.
Yeah, I like the Tom Selleck reverse mortgage commercial where he says, he literally addresses the fact that it's clearly a scam. And he says, come on, I wouldn't sell this reverse mortgage to you if I thought it was a scam in any way. I mean, what? Could there be anything more indicting than mentioning the fact that it's clearly a scam but it's not? Like, come
if
on,
I were a cop, I would have to tell you I was a cop.
right. That's
Wait,
exactly
wait
it.
a minute, that's backwards.
Yeah.
Of course I'm not wearing a wire. Fucking Tom the Waterman.
And how the fuck could Tom Selleck, like, how can Tom Selleck not have enough money that he doesn't need to do these commercials? Now, I know that everybody likes more money and all of that, but not only does he still got to have Magnum. I mean, Magnum PI had to make him so much money, but he's on that show Blue Bloods. It's still fucking on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that show is like in syndication too. It's fucking terrible, but it's I mean, that show went on for years too. He should be fucking super rich.
He was a main character on Friends for a while.
Shit. What the fuck are you doing reverse mortgages?
He started doing television series, the Blue Bloods, in 2010, and he was getting a reported $200,000 per episode. And that's $5 million a season. And his net worth, which celebrity net worth, it's not always, like a lot of it could be tied up in real estate. A lot of it could be assets and not actual liquid money. But his net worth is here reported to 45 million.
Yeah.
So reverse mortgages. Yeah, that's why he's a pussy. Fuck you, Tom.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. And you do know it's a scam. And what are you
written
doing?
Right there.
You're
he's making the most of that,
bro. You shouldn't be fucking people over.
You know who's another douchebag that way is Brett Favre was involved in a welfare. He was scamming welfare money off of welfare people.
Yeah, Brett Favre's a piece of shit, and he always has been. But that's just because he's a Green Bay Packer, and as a Chicago Bear fan, that's been clear my whole life. But it is nice to have vindication on that. Brett Favre cheated the state of Mississippi out of like almost $1 million, and then was found to have had done it, found guilty of doing it, and still hasn't paid it back.
Do you hear the DeSantos is I don't I say his name wrong. Fuck him. He's a fascist.
Yeah, I get you're like Trump.
Shit, but
you get everybody, you got a name for everybody in there. It's not quite
Dandy
right.
Don. But the Special Olympics is what was the deal they did? Oh, it was over the vaccines.
He threatened to sue the Special Olympics because they were coming to do the Special Olympics in Florida, and they had a vaccine requirement for all of their athletes, and that went against Florida's policy of not requiring vaccines. So he threatened to sue them, and the Special Olympics just said, fine, we don't want to have a fight about it.
Yeah, what I would have done, I would have dressed up. If I had a team of them, I would have made them all gay. like get the outfit from the Fire Island and dress them all up in the races and go gay pride. But I don't think they interview them after the races and shit.
Here's your crew.
Yeah. Why not, man? If you could do that, encourage. I would groom. Well, not groom them. I know that's the wrong word. I would encourage. If I was a teacher, I would encourage the gayness of homeless or gayness of retarded kids if they had it. But then that's wrong. Well, if you're gay, be gay.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
but
I
be
suppose
flamboyantly.
I mean, obviously there are gay people with special needs and Down
Yeah,
syndrome.
if I was
But I
that, I would
don't
go.
think I've ever seen one.
I know one.
Get on
You do?
Instagram. You know, if you're a gay retarded person and you're like 21, get on Instagram. You'll probably have a huge dance and shit.
Well, that seems more like a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
I saw a dance troupe of retarded kids that would. My daughter had some dance recitals. She would. There were a mix, but this one group that had all ups and downs or whatever. They were.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Well,
Ups and
Was
downs.
that the name of the dance troupe?
no,
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Ups with downs.
no, but there was a few downs. But I gotta say, man, they lit it up. They were.
And now mostly ups.
Yeah, now they're not probably dancing together anymore. But when I would look forward to it, I'd see them in the wings going, "Oh fuck yeah, here they go!" And I'd probably have some go back through some old videos. Go there it is, because I know I wouldn't have not taped that.
Yeah, look,
It's
you'd be setting up early with a tripod.
It was exciting, and every one of them was like fully fucking, you know, they were dancing in time with each other, and they were all like in their own fucking thing, killing it. It was like fucking 5 beasts out there dancing, and then you come out, and then it's like all these regular kids out there, and they're like, yeah, they don't have it. They should put those kids at the end, but they won't. They don't have the balls to close. Oh, this was one of those same dance recitals. There was, and it's a controversy these days because people don't want trans performers in front of kids. Well, this was a trans group, and one of these fellers, his balls were, he did the thing. He had a sailor suit, and his balls,
Her balls.
hit the stage. Like
What?
we are there.
Wait, balls hit this? Was he a juggle act?
Yeah, you could see it right before impact. Go, whoa! I was looking at like a lot of people saw it in the front row because there was a and I was like, holy shit! That I had to look around, and everybody was just kind of stunned. And the guy didn't get he got up, but he shuffled in back, and I think he went off the stage. But it was he couldn't he couldn't top it. But he knocked, I mean, he pretty much balled, like all the way down, impact on his nuts.
How were his balls?
He did the one leg up and one, not the splits, but like a
flying
hurdler
karate kick,
like a hurdler position.
Oh,
I don't think he went. I don't even know if he meant to go down that far, but he went down, and you heard it too. It went,
like the disco dancing move of like the hurdler splits.
Yeah, and I think it was, I forget the music, but it was a spirited number. I was like, that was did his balls make like a it made it sound like,
did her balls make it
made it sound like when you like tennis shoes on the floor almost, but you heard the meat, and then like a little, and he got up and flipped around. It was a terrible tuck or whatever. I mean, it was well, you wouldn't have, if he tucked, he would have probably stayed down on the stage. And it was just he's an older guy. It was old enough to have his balls sagging down. Like, tape him up, brother, if you're going to attempt that move.
Yeah.
If I was the Simon Cowell that could interview him afterwards, I would say, you got to tape that up, fella. It ruined the dance number because he could, he was supposed to be up there in front, and he took off. That's
a great picture.
That was one of my favorite things, is the dance things, because you got there was 10 troops would try, one group would host it, and then they would grab other groups. So you get down that group, and you get the group with the women impersonators, and then just some peewees that fell apart. I said this one where there's the little girl, so her face all made up, and she gets out there and just starts bawling. Won't leave the stage. just bawling. Like, what are you trying to get a standing ovation? You know, you're fucking bombing. You get the exits, bitch. You know.
Andy's here to tell you if crying got you a standing ovation.
Yeah, because she stood there as though it was gonna, you know, it's like I mean, I think I remember doing similar in a church play, but I didn't want to be in it anyway. They put me up in my stupid church and there were no kids, and I was like one of the performers. And I get up there and I didn't, my face would get all red and embarrassed. I didn't want to be up there, and I didn't probably have any business up there.
What was the play? What were you?
Just one time I was in the Charlie Brown thing. I was like, just stupid shit, you know. They're like
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, they're like fucking Charlie Brown in the tree. And then
Your
mainly
church
so
did a version of the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, mainly so they could get to the big Linus read.
Right.
But yeah, I was like stupid shit like that. I was in like I was a shepherd.
Yeah,
it's just so stupid. Yeah, dumb shit, you know. It's like there's not even enough kids, you know, to have a regular thing.
I was always the narrator. We didn't go to church that much, but when there was like the Christmas thing, I had to go. Like the kids would all be in it, but I was always the narrator because I had like
an atheist.
I had a loud voice. I wasn't an atheist. I was in 5th grade.
Well, you were leaning that way.
I hadn't thought of it yet. I mean, I guess I was. I didn't believe, but I went along with it. But I never had to be in it because they always made me the narrator, and I got to be off to the side and just read. You know, I got to have a script. But I always had the most lines, but I was loud, so that was the reason.
You weren't doing dope.
Even with a microphone, kids won't fucking talk loud enough into it for you to hear them. So
yeah, it's just stand up there all fuck. It's just it's like being a fucking. I didn't want to do those things, and I would always get dragged into them. And I remember it's like, you know. I remember like feeling embarrassed, like I was bombing. I know, but I should have been like, you know what? I'm not bombing. This production's bombing. You know, why am I'm embarrassed that I'm embarrassed, and it's an internal thing when I should just look at the whole thing and go, this whole fucking thing's embarrassing.
Yeah, court's out of order.
Yeah, I should have just done a little fucking tap dancing. Woo! Fuck you! I ain't no pilgrim. It wouldn't have mattered, you know. Then we get Roy and Cleone to close it up with a Johnny Cash June fucking number. They would do a duet, and they both sucked, but they were like I think I talked about him. Roy was the preacher who choked me, and Cleone was his wife, and she was extremely high pitched, and he was real gravelly voice, and they would do like, when the roll is called up yonder, and then she would hit it. It's just a fucking mess. Like the whole fucking church was stupid, and their production sucked, and the fucking singing sucked. My mom would sing refrains, and she had no voice. God damn it, it's embarrassing. Yeah, she would sing when nobody else was singing. She'd hit, like they would do the thing, and then she would hit the refrain, and nobody sang the refrain, and it would just be like, hit the floor and start swimming underneath people.
Yeah,
this show is shit. Go get some Jello squares in the basement. This production sucks.
Oh my god. It's amazing.
I was going to tell you guys something that I was supposed to tell it on a stand-up podcast last night, and it rolled along and never came up. So I thought I'd throw it in here if I got
it. Hell yeah.
We're scooping Doug again.
I think something weird happened the other day to me. Well, not to me, but near me. There was a motorcycle crash on the road, like a mile down from my house, and so I looked it up. I was like, oh, you know, is you curious? I want to see what happened. Motorcycle club, the vice president slowed down or stopped, and the guy behind him smashed into him. One guy died, and the other guy.
Hold on. Like, who smashed? Like a car hit the motorcycle?
No,
club?
The two motorcycle guys hit each other.
Oh, okay.
One guy hit the other guy, and so I was just curious. It said the motorcycle club, so I looked it up. online, and they have a thing, and it says, yeah, you know, the motorcycle accident, Chad died in the motorcycle accident,
Oh man.
but you guys pray for Shank because Shank is in the hospital.
Oh my God.
And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Did those guys die because I was supposed to die and it missed me and hit those guys because of like a technical glitch?
Wow.
Google dead man Shank Chad.
Yeah, I'm free now.
Wow. So Shank ran into Chad?
Yes.
And then Chad was the VP?
Yes.
So is there now an open election?
There may be a period of mourning. I'm not sure what all the rules are.
You should definitely join that club right now.
That club tried to recruit me. I was at an American Legion thing one time that they were doing on bikes, and a guy came over to me like trying to pick me up like in a bar, and he was like, well, I haven't seen you around a whole lot. And I was like, yeah, I don't like people. And he goes, yeah, we don't like people either. You should come over to our clubhouse sometime. And I was like, no, I'm not pretending to not like people, dude. This is not cosplay. I actually am that guy. I'm not just pretending to be what you're pretending to be. And then they didn't want me to be in their club anymore.
We don't like people either.
Yeah. Come to our clubhouse and hang out with us. You fucking idiot.
Yeah. The Honeycomb Hideout is just a bunch of recluses. We don't like them fucking kids coming around our Honeycomb Hideout.
It was also the same club that Jenny and I were doing a poker run. We used to do the poker runs where you go bar to bar, Tombstone to Bisbee around and stop at bars and get a card at each one. And at the end of the bars, you're drunk and you have a poker hand and you can win money. So we're riding around and I go in to take a piss and I come back out and there's this guy, little guy, but he's got a real long ponytail. He's probably got 5 rubber bands in his ponytail that goes all the way down. And he's in my seat. So or he's standing in where I, my stand up high top table talking to Jenny. So I come over and she was like, there's my husband right there. She's trying to tell him, I have a husband. Thanks anyway. Yeah. And he looked at me and he just didn't say a word and turned back and just kept trying to talk to Jenny. And I was like, oh shit. So for a second, I thought about wrapping my hand about 3 times through his hair and just slamming his head down and knocking him the fuck out on the ground. But then I looked and I'm like, then I have to fight. That fight I'll win. Then now I have to fight like 9 guys and they're going to beat the shit out of me. So instead, I just kind of like, hey, what's going on, man? Nudged in front of him and just pushed right back into my spot and started talking to Jenny. And he just kind of looked like a dumbass and went outside. So that was a nicer thing to do, I guess. But as
Chad could beat up the Nazis behind Greg. I could see Shank taking that gang down.
That's
remember that?
Widows.
From Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah. Remember when Clint Eastwood used to have problems with Nazis? He's an old man now, though. Mm-hmm. He's like, he must be, how old is Clint? He's like 95.
He's in his mid 90s. Yeah.
It's just Tony Bennett's still alive, and he hasn't been outdoors a lot, and they wheeled him out. He's not looking like a lock for 100.
Yeah, I think he's pretty close.
Yeah, might be his last trek out.
He wheeled him out with Lady Gaga at something not too long ago. And
that was like the Grammys or something. That was really bad.
On himself. Yeah.
No, wait, no. They wheeled
whatever it was. I don't remember.
They wheeled Liza Minnelli out.
Yeah.
With Lady Gaga, and that was pathetic. We talked about
that.
Yeah,
but there was a Tony
Bennett one too. Ugh.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. leave Gene Hackman where he is. We don't want to see Gene Hackman anymore. Thank you. Enough's enough. I mean, we got one more glimpse and that should be good. And he's not going to get more Gene Hackman-y. He's just lesser and lesser. You're better off, going to your, I don't know. I mean, maybe Tony Bennett wanted to be paraded around one more time, but
Yeah, he probably doesn't know that he's, losing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
thinks it's his granddaughter, and they're going out for ice cream.
What was the Rhinestone Cowboy? He went around and did a tour when he had dementia.
Glenn Campbell?
Yeah, or Glenn Campbell. Yeah, yeah. It'd be like
Yes. I mean,
what did I
you
say? I
didn't
said the
think
wrong
you
guy.
thought his name was the Rhinestone Cowboy.
No, I know his name either. I thought it was the Wichita Wire Man. That's what I always called
Well,
him.
Glenn Campbell sang Wichita Lineman,
The Wichita Wire.
Wireman.
and he also sang Rhinestone Cowboy, I
He
believe.
was the Rhinestone
But it was
Cowboy.
Robert Redford who was the Rhinestone Cowboy.
He was the Electric Horseman.
He was a
Electric
natural.
Horseman,
He was a natural at it. You know what he wasn't a natural at? Robert Redford playing baseball. Holy shit.
Yeah, not
Oh,
good.
yeah, it's like I can't believe how ridiculous he looks as an athlete.
Actors are pretty bad at sports generally.
Yeah, but that was, I mean, usually you can kind of like
Fake it.
swing without it looking that bad.
Mhm.
They had to he had to just swing the bat and they had to hit the ball on it probably. You just swing however you swing, we'll hit it. Crack, and then it's like going over the fucking hitting the lights and shit. Come on.
Come on, man.
You know he's producing his own movies at that point. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a fucking action sports star now.
Yeah, they had to do that kind of thing with the kid from Dazed and Confused because he was the one scene he was supposed to pitch, and he literally can't throw a baseball at all. And that was a whole thing too. They just got to figure out a way to make it look like he threw it.
I think we should test Guy this year, see if he can throw a baseball.
I am positive he can.
No way.
I mean, define throw a baseball. Can he throw it and it goes popping straight up in the air like a girl?
It's more what you look like when you throw the baseball
Yeah.
than
All
what
right,
the baseball
yeah.
even
How about
does.
this? Here's how you would define it. We'll have you throw the baseball and you pick an area where you think the ball is going to go. And if you can pick an area, you can be within 10 feet of where the ball actually does go, then you threw it. Because I can guarantee you that guy would throw the baseball wherever it went wasn't where he thought or was trying to make it.
We could drop acid and I'll bring mitts and go, come on, let's have a catch.
I've still got mine out there.
Only deep in the throes of like LSD though. And go, let's play catch. And then he'd probably do all right.
Put my ball glove out there.
When my kids were little, well, my one of my sons couldn't throw a ball, and god damn, it was hard when his brothers would pick on him. It was really hard to make them stop because I'm like, well, isn't that what you do to a guy that can't throw the ball? I don't know. Shit, us parenting's hard, man.
Yeah.
When you pick up a guitar, man, get them a guitar or drums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
You
An
know?
opportunity.
Forget all about that macho shit.
You don't have to play Smear the Queer.
Learn how to play guitar.
Yeah. There was, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody in my class that followed that path. So like, I know there wasn't any like rockers, but we had a lot of guys who could have been because they got bullied all the time. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you pussies? Come on. You know I'm
It
talking
seems
to
like
you,
another
John.
Beatles should have come from Coquille with all the crazy shit with all the adults. People
Yeah.
redirecting their
Absolutely.
anger and their energies into music or something.
At least an Elliott Smith,
At least.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think we got a guy playing coffee shops, but other than that,
One dude.
one dude. Should be a very artistic town. We should have a thriving Saturday market in Coquille.
Yeah.
It's all the bullying that went on there.
oh goddamn. All right. Should we get into our recommendations for the week? What do you think? We ready?
Yeah, Epic Yellowstone.
Hold on a second. You just
Like,
this whole episode started with your recommendation, Fire Island.
Yeah.
No, you said that
No,
wasn't his recommendation.
no, the behind the
First of all, He said that wasn't his recommendation. But I do want to say that I looked back through my notes and I noticed that you have recommended the same thing more than once. You recommended HBO's The Staircase twice. You've only done this 4 times, and you've already repeated one of your recommendations.
Well, Yellowstone episode 2.
Okay, hold on. Before we get going,
watched it this time, and it is pretty good.
Yeah.
Before we get into the recommendations, last week we found out about the Chimp Channel.
Yeah.
And that is, if you take an edible, let it kick in, and throw on the Chimp Channel, it is fucking highly entertaining. But without weed, I think it's like playing like an old video game on an Atari 2600 again.
Yeah.
You play it till like you lose 3 guys and you go, I think I'm gonna go play guitar.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm gonna go do stuff.
Short-lived.
Yeah.
But one thing I did learn right away is it's not good to put on with the grandkids. It is pretty risque for
yeah. It was late night.
These monkeys are gonna fuck.
Yeah. It's that monkey with the frumpy
Big
housewife, you know.
Yeah.
I was running around with that thing getting ready to crack people with. The I can't think of the name of my kitchen appliances are failing me.
Spatula?
Yeah, well, no, they carry
pan?
like the rolling pin.
Pin.
Yeah, the monkey with and then they have the bonnet on. Like, you don't want to upset that monkey, the one with the robe on.
You mean apron?
Apron, yeah. See, God damn it. I paint pictures for blind people.
Your wife must have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah. She can't see it. She can't see what I'm up to.
Oh shit.
All right. So if you didn't check it out, I did check it out, the Chimp Channel.
I did too. Yeah.
You gotta be stoned,
watch it
or you
again.
gotta be you can't be straight watching.
Even
it.
stoned, there's a time limit on it.
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Not
it's
very
great.
long, but it's
Yeah, it
fun.
always seemed to me like an interstitial thing. Like it was like
Yeah.
in between stuff. Like, go into commercial. Here we're gonna watch a 40-second, Chimp Channel thing.
It should be intermixed with other stuff for sure. But that's how you
Like on the Saturday morning cartoons on the
Mhm.
weekends when they had
Mhm.
Sid and Marty Krofft, Super Saturdays, whatever, they would have like Danger Island with Jan Michael Vincent or something, and then they would have Sigmund and the Sea Monster. But in between those, there would be a quick little interstitial of like the Banana Splits would have, their show.
Right.
They would have the little thing where they'd go try to do something a little Three Stooges-esque kind of thing. Like they'd have to get some from point A to point B, and it was all crazy. But that seems like the Chimp Channel is like just that. You couldn't watch a movie. You couldn't watch a movie of the Chimp Channel, like 2 hours. Oh my god.
Couple of ads, a reminder to eat cheese, and a Chimp Channel short.
Yeah.
And then you go back into Scooby-Doo, another segment.
For a hunk of cheese.
Yeah. I always went and got cheese when I saw that. Like it was like if I knew we had cheese, I would go like immediately. I love that ball.
Your cheese eating with the
Big wedges, a sliver, slicer, hunk. I mean, he was encouraging.
Anchor for a hunk of cheese.
I wonder if anybody's ever had a heart attack because of the cheese ball, man. Just encouraging that kind of shit. Big chunks of cheese out throughout life, even though the doctor said, I think you better lay off on that cheese, man. No, I got good advice as a kid from a cheese ball with cowboy boots.
Yeah, he was a cheese wheel, but he had real tiny legs and arms.
Kind of Texas sleazy too.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he really didn't have like a body that you were like going, oh yeah, that's the look I want. I think I'll eat cheese like this guy. You know,
fucking
I don't even
rowdy
know how those legs hold him up.
In fact, he looks like a pedophile. He looks like he's going to be grooming.
He looks like a bad guy for sure.
Yeah.
Now what would the cheese guy look like?
See,
would be like string cheese with
I think I was groomed by the Chad,
Fire
I think I
Island
was-
cheese.
Yeah.
I might have been groomed by the cheese wheel because it made it okay. Then he's creepy, and so I was like not alarmed by creepy. It's like I was waiting for creepy to put on a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Fucking motherfucking cheese, man.
So do you know what that guy's name is? I just looked it up.
Gouda.
Cheddar.
Timer. And they put him in this
Timer.
this outfit. Timer. They put him in this outfit because he was the second iteration of Hanker for a Hunk of Cheese was wagon wheel, and that's where you cut the crackers with cheese. More cheese.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was picturing it more as a wheel. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm remembering the second one.
And that
wagon
that
wheel.
was probably
sandwiches made with cheese slices and crackers. And
that was
easy
dairy
nutritious-
coming together.
Oh,
Going,
total big dairy.
how do we get consumer? You know, kids are doing milk, but how do we get them into the cheese? Well, how about we put them in cowboy boots, throw them up there in between the chimp shorts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lifetime consumers.
Everybody was high as fuck in the 70s.
Yeah, nobody was
Really.
lactose intolerant back then.
Fuck
We
no.
just
Well, I
all got
mean,
we ate
high
cheese until
and coked up. There was a lot of coke in the 80s that fueled a lot of these projects. It's clear now. Hindsight,
I mean,
being
yeah.
20,
Even
but-
look
Oh,
at the subliminal messaging in that picture. Look at what it says in the upper left-hand corner.
yeah, feed.
I was looking at that too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just feed.
feed.
Also,
Jeez.
I have had since the only part that I know, but since I've said it, I've had a hanker for a hunk of cheese has been stuck in my head on rotation,
Mhm.
and I wish I knew the whole rest of the song now because it's
Could be
It's not-
Richard
it was
Marx's
catchy.
mother. Richard Marx's mom wrote a bunch of catchy. I think she's the Charlie Tuna,
Marx.
who's the best. Yeah, his mom was a
Jingle
and dad.
writer.
I think his mom and dad both did it, but she was the voice of Charlie Tuna, or not Charlie Tuna, but in that song, "Ask Any Tuna You Happen to Know." And then I think there's a woman.
Ask
Has a line
him
in-
tuna you happen to see.
What's the best
And then I think
tuna?
she would say "Chicken of the Sea,"
Yeah.
but that was written by him.
Hold on.
Oh, howdy, partner. Time for timer. Do you ever get that hungry feeling after school? Boy, I do. I'm so hungry, I could eat a wagon wheel. When I'm slow on the draw and I need something to chaw, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. When my 10-gallon hat's a feeling 5 gallons flat, I got
Hey.
something planned, which is
Rather
little cheese
phallic.
sandwiches. Come on. Here's a great little snack to tide you
Wow.
over till dinner. If you want something delicious and
Like an
nutritious,
infomercial.
cheese is a super
Uh-huh.
snack. Look, a wagon wheel. When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. When I'm dancing, a hold down and my boots kind of slow down, or anytime I'm weak in the knees. I hanker for a hunk of, a slab or slice and chunk of, a snacker that is a winner, and yet won't spoil my dinner. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yahoo!
Let's be honest. A lot of the kids watching that was their dinner.
Did you see that? Did you see what it said at the end of
I
that?
saw UCLA.
UCLA School of Health.
Wow.
What? The 70s
Yeah.
were wild, man.
Yeah, man. I wish I was in the. Can you imagine being in the cheddar business in the 1970s? Nobody was associating you with heart disease. You're just fucking selling cheese.
Do it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I forgot how extensive that was. I just, I'm like Chad, I remember that first part, but now I'm haunted by the whole other thing. Like fucking, how long has that bread been on the counter? Cheese guy.
I didn't see him
My
wash his
mom-
hands.
My mom had
that
me.
wagon wheel.
Not only that, at the fucking beginning, he's getting shot at.
Yeah, he shot him in the
And
head.
he's like, I need some fucking cheese. Dude, bro,
He's
They're
obviously in the
shooting
inner
you.
city.
I think what shot him in the hat was a healthy snack.
But they're trying, yeah, the carrot shot him.
And is cheese really known as an energy burst?
No.
food? I mean, like that's not a.
He's obviously doing coke to get up for those.
Yeah, look how skinny he is.
And his nose looks like a carrot, just to fuck with you on the
Uh-huh.
vegetable thing. Yeah, there's a lot that UCLA students were doing,
it
but I
looks
don't
like
think.
it looks like they drew him originally as a snowman, and then they went, nah, let's go a whole different way.
We
with
already
it."
have a
Make
snowman.
him
The guys
cheese,
up
yeah.
Frosty's we're gonna get some heat
Yeah.
from the Frosty people.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
get sued. Yeah, they just took some old Frosty cells.
Yeah.
Like
What
food
if we make
cells.
Frosty
They
And
took
they
so
off
went
he,
the
with a
bottom
blob
ball.
over like a wedge or something, the more recognizable. It's just
Yeah.
like he's melted cheese, but a
Yeah.
dude.
was
Yeah,
there
it could have
others?
been string cheese, but I don't think they had string cheese back then.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like that's not a commercial for a cheese. It's like it's pitching the whole fucking industry
Nutrition.
on kids. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it was
And
the
under
Dairy
there.
Council behind it. I mean, all of that stuff, the food pyramid, all those things,
It's all
all of
bullshit.
that stuff was basically is propaganda from the meat and dairy
Mhm.
industry, basically going in, and because my mom was an educator, they had no money to do some of these things in the classroom, and the meat and dairy council would come in and give them stuff for like displays in their room and stuff that the teachers would have to pay for. So I mean, that's how you got the food pyramid on the wall. Was the meat guy dropped it off.
They used to do all kinds of fucked up shit in the school. Remember the Campbell soup labels thing? Did you guys do that?
Oh yeah. Could bring them
Where
in.
you bring in your Campbell soup labels, and you bring in so many, and you would get like the school would get like books or whatever it was. But it was just
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. So then you're encouraging your parents to buy fucking Campbell soup because if
That's
you brought
so
in the
fucking-
most
yeah.
labels, it was like, but no one batted an eye at that shit. We did
Yeah.
that shit every year. It's
Yeah,
fucking
There's
you're
other like food
basically-
top.
You've got your
Things for
kid,
ya.
you've got the kids as foot soldiers
yeah.
to get your parents to buy a product, and it's all looking like you're helping the school. Kind of like the way the lottery is going to like give money to the schools. Right?
Yeah. That's what we need to do with Issues with Andy. We need to talk to the children directly and get them to start bugging their parents to join the Patreon.
We got to get them to drink our booze.
It was called Labels for Education. Wow, good, nice fucking spin.
Dude, it was a whole thing because
At least chocolate left us alone. I still eat a lot of chocolate, but I didn't have a fucking dancing chocolate bar tell me I needed to.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my 10-gallon
Chocolate was
hat.
like crack, man. It sells itself. You didn't need
Yeah.
to fucking do it.
Wasn't there other little commercials like that for different food, or what? Like maybe it was
I remember a vegetable thing,
eating,
but
yeah, like eating healthy snacks or
Well, you had
Yeah, but nobody
he made
remembers
popsicles.
those.
yeah.
He made.
They did-
Oh, this is the thing he made. He had an ice tray that he put
Yeah.
fruit juice
oh
in.
yeah,
And he
right.
stuck the
Toothpicks
fucking
in 'em.
toothpicks, which is like, can you imagine giving a toothpick to a 4-year-old?
What
Here,
was
have
he
a
doing?
snack.
Why was cheese even doing popsicles?
Telling you, dude, it was a wild time, man.
He had his cholesterol checked, and the doctor's like, man, you got to get off that cheese, man.
Some juicing going on.
Yeah.
Wow. The kids love cheese so much, we're gonna have him pitch other products.
Oh fuck.
All right. My recommendation was behind the fuck, man. I sent it to Chaille.
Behind the green door. You've talked
no,
about this already.
hang on. It's behind. Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring, yeah.
Wrestling documentaries, and you got to choose the good ones. There's one about a guy who tried to start his own wrestling league, and he just dressed like the cheese guy. He was like all Vaselined up and had big plates of cocaine and wore cowboy boots. But like this guy, started this whole thing, and everybody was with him for a minute, and then he fucking fell apart. Jimmy Snuka murdered his girlfriend and got away with it. So there's like
Really?
there's about 10 documentaries, and I'm about halfway through them, but they're all fucking
I'll watch
bad.
that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's on that Tulu shit.
Oh, Tubi.
Tulu.
Yeah, Tubi.
Tulu.
along with some good lesbian stuff. But yeah,
Oh my god.
the Von Riches, was that their name? That was like 5 brothers, and they all died tragically. That one's a good one.
I don't know. I wonder if it's anywhere else besides Tubi. Is Tubi free? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Tubi's
Yeah,
free.
yeah, yeah.
It says
But it's
ads, but
commercials.
it's free.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which you don't mind,
And they've got
occasional
decent stuff
commercial
on there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's where I saw that Dahmer one.
Yeah. I think the one that I didn't have a recommendation this week because I didn't watch anything new. But then last night I recommended something to Stanhope because he had never seen it, and it made me realize, well, maybe a lot of other people haven't seen it, even though most people probably have.
Doesn't need to be
Uh,
new. You
Uh,
recommend anything you want.
Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Norm Macdonald is a
Mhm.
pigeon, and
Yeah.
it's some of the funniest shit in the world, and it's worth watching. And it's on Hulu right now, I know, but as with
Yeah, those are only like
it might be
15
on
minutes
TV, though.
too.
Yeah.
they're like 10 minutes each.
Yeah, semi Scooby-Doo-ish, and
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald's got some killer funny shit in there. And Tyson is surprisingly good as a
It makes
voice
fun of
guy.
himself and is very funny, you know.
Yeah, that was great. Have you guys seen the Norm special yet? The nothing special?
Watched the first 10 minutes of it, and I haven't seen the rest of it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it when we can all watch it in the fun house because it seems like something we'd want to watch. There's no
Yeah, I
laugh
don't
track,
know.
so we can talk. You know.
Yeah.
I hear did you
I-
go watch it all?
I watched it all. I don't know. I mean,
I feel like it's weird because there's no audience.
it's weird.
It's
like,
weird. It feels weird as why
I mean,
stopped
I
watching for a
thought,
while.
here's the thing, when they said, oh, he filmed a special in his house, like, to me, a big part of Norm is his I mean, his the way he talks is a big part of it, but his affectations too. Like, you know, he was sitting down and holding a microphone in front of his, it was more like a Zoom set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
was.
Yeah.
Like Maria Bamford did a special from in her house for her parents, where she made her parents sit on the couch and she did her special in front of them, like as if she was performing it in a theater, and it was brilliant. And I thought that's what this was going to be. I thought Norm would be standing up, you know. So it was just off-putting to me, and the material is, it's Norm Macdonald, so it's really, really good, and and it is.
Yeah, I hear the back end of it is.
I don't think that he really. I mean, they kind of say, oh, he wanted to do this, because he was going in for a big procedure, and he didn't want to, he thought it might be the end, and
Safety, just in
he
case.
wanted, he didn't want to leave it on the table. But I also don't think he really, really thought it was going to be the last thing he would do, because I don't think that's how he would have done it,
Yeah.
Well, it was filmed the night before he went in. So, I mean, it was really, it wasn't,
Right.
It was probably like, hey, maybe we should get this done now. like
Right.
tonight.
Oh,
Right.
nothing else. I'll have a record of it, or I can
Yeah,
remember.
Right. I think it was meant, I don't think he really, really, really thought he was going to never perform that again, But
Yeah, I hear the back end is worth it though. Like it's like a memorial at the end, kind of.
it's Chappelle and Letterman and David
Conan.
Spade, some other people talking.
Molly Shannon, Conan.
Molly Shannon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it too. So because I was like, man, it's just hard to watch.
He also
this.
does some pretty he does a couple of pretty transphobic lines at the beginning too, that it's like, man, if he wasn't dead, they'd be coming for his ass. It's like nobody even mentions it, no one even talks about it, but it's like, he does a joke about how, like, he told his dad when he was a kid, he's like, Dad, I'm a girl. And my dad said, don't you have a cock? Oh yeah, I guess I do. Like, it was just a weird, dumb, hacky joke, but it was like, you can't, as a comic, you're going to get fucking dragged for that
Stay
shit.
away from that now.
Yeah.
You're not dying.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a boy if you have a cock. It's, it's simple, anyway, it was a thing.
So that's your recommendation?
No,
Oh,
I did watch that though. No, my recommendation is something that's been around for 50 years, but it just had its 50-year anniversary, and I listened to it all. And it's "Exile on Main Street" by the Rolling Stones. It's I'm a big Rolling Stones fan, and I've listened to almost all of their stuff a lot. And "Exile on Main Street" is an incredible piece of work, because I don't know how much you guys know about what was going on with the Rolling Stones, but in 1972, they put out "Exile on Main Street." And these motherfuckers lived in a castle in France for 6 months when they recorded "Exile on Main Street." And it was filled with people who were high as fuck all the time. And the fact that they recorded anything,
anything got done,
mind blowing. But the fact that they made a double album, which is amazing, is even more incredible. I mean, imagine if Panamint went on for 6 months
in a castle,
and then we had to make an album at the end of it. Like it's really fucking great. It's got some hits on it, but it's not even hits. It's the fucking deep cuts on there. "Sweet Virginia," "Shine a Light," "Loving Cup." These are fucking amazing songs. It's the album that made me a Rolling Stones fan, because
the name of your first comedy CD.
My first comedy
an homage.
CD was called "Exile on Pain Street." It's a fucking great album, and I had heard somewhere that like, oh, it's came out in whatever, it's a 50-year anniversary, and I'm like, oh shit, I haven't listened to that in a while. And on Saturday, I fucking listened to the whole thing while I did a bunch of shit around the house. And God damn it, it's fucking good. It's got country songs on there. It's got real deep blues on there. It's got songs that sound like the Rolling Stones too. So it's amazing. You probably have heard of it. You probably have heard about it. You may have never heard the whole thing. Fucking check it out. "Exile on Main Street."
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is I just started watching it this morning, and it was something that had come up. I can't remember if we talked about it on this podcast or if it's something I was talking to Doug about, but it's called The Offer. Does that sound familiar? It's the making of The Godfather.
Oh shit.
It's basically it's episodic. It's on what's it on? I think it's on Prime. It's not Netflix. It's on Prime. And it's basically them trying to get this movie made, and the Italian the mafia at the time was still trying to make everyone believe that there was no such thing as the mafia. So this book came out, and it was like, this is not going to get made. My friend, you will not be making this movie. I mean, there's a lot, but it's really good. I don't know if I like Giovanni Ribisi as the head of the Colombo family. I'm still on the fence. I'm three episodes in.
That's odd.
But but everyone, I like it. It's really good. The guy who's playing fucking your buddy, Andy, the guy that was the head of Paramount, Robert Evans.
Yeah.
The guy playing Robert Evans is so good. I love it. Yeah. So it's called The Offer. I'm 3 into it. The kid who's playing the guy who's playing Francis Ford Coppola. I've seen him in other things. I can't place him, but you'll recognize some of these people.
Is Robert Evans the one in the leather pants?
No, that's the guy who's the producer of the movie, and he's been in a couple of things too. Robert Evans is the guy in Back with the Glasses, dude. You read his house.
Okay. Yeah.
Stuff from him.
He didn't look that tall.
Don't you have his picture still in your?
No, I gave it to one of the juggies.
Juggy
Kathy, probably,
Oh man.
I doubt she held on to it.
Yeah.
But she's
for 30 seconds after you gave it.
Yeah, until you walked out of the room. Yeah, so The Offer, it's good, and basically it's I'm not a huge fan of the Godfather movie. I'll watch parts of it if it's on TV and I'm flipping through it. I've never sat from beginning to end of the first one. I think the first one's the only good one, right?
No, the second one's amazing.
Really?
Yes, the second one is the one with Robert De Niro in it. Because
All
Robert
right.
De Niro plays the young Marlon Brando character, because the Godfather 2 is kind of
A prequel.
is told in flashbacks. So you get the backstory of Marlon Brando, and he's played by Robert De Niro, and De Niro is fucking amazing in it.
The
But
guy,
it's also
that one.
these are 3-hour long fucking movies.
yeah,
It's almost like
investment.
they were great movies because they affected the way every other movie was made after it. But now they don't seem like they're that great anymore. Does that
Well,
make
these
sense?
are the other movies that were coming out or that came out around the same time for Paramount. At the time, Paramount was the dog of the movie of all the movie houses, right? They had just made a big hit with Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, yeah.
And while the Godfather was being just writing the script, not even pulling the cast together yet, they were waiting on Love Story to come out because that was going to resurrect Paramount Studios.
Oh shit.
Because back then, I mean, the CEO would, if he had a couple bad years, that's it, he's gone. And
Yeah.
that's the turmoil that's going on here, because Robert Evans is pretty flamboyant, but he's so Hollywood. It's gross but good at the same time. So
Right on.
Cut the shit, Bob. Where's your blow?
All right, cool. Well, that's fun. We'll check all that shit out. And that's it. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for being out there. Thank you guys for being there. It's the most fun I have every fucking week. I can't wait to get home from work and pop a beer and talk to you guys. And I'll tell you this too. The third one's almost as good as the first.
yeah.
So get a job, everybody.
Just so beer tastes better.
So you deserve it.
Yeah,
Undeserved beer. Just
That's
makes you
right.
Feel shameful.
not an alcoholic. I earned
No.
this.
I drink after work till
That's
I
right.
sleep.
Yeah, and don't forget about our Patreon, as Chaille is just showing you. We have a Patreon, $5 a month. It's nothing, and you get all of this stuff and then some other stuff we do. We need to do another Patreon episode very soon, so we should talk about that. But we do extra stuff on the Patreon, and again, only $5 a month. So we'd love to have you join us over there as well. If not, you're good here on YouTube. We love you for being out there. Thank you. Tell a friend, like and subscribe to the channel. Check us all out on Twitter. All the stuff that we're doing outside of this is all there. So find us there and find out all that information. We love you guys. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.